Hello YTPC, Ethan, Parsimonious Piper here. Today we have a Parsimonious pipe and some shoutouts. Let's jump right to that pipe. Today I am smoking my Parsimonious pipe. It is a 3-star pipe by Billiard. A nice gentle bend there on the stem. In it I have some Sam Gawith chocolate flake. Not to be confused with the more aromatic Gawith and Hogarth Bob's chocolate flake. Definitely not the same thing. I like this one better. It's less aromatic. I taste the chocolate occasionally, but no more so than I would with any good burley blend, which this is. It's a Virginia burley with some Latakia. Now, I don't dry this stuff out too much, so it takes a lot of relights because it's a pretty wet flake, but I think you just get the flavor better if you don't crisp it. Let's take a look at this pipe just a little closer. Now, this pipe, as you can see, has it has okay grain on the left side here. It is a 3-star. Let's take a look at those stars real quick. You can just see them on the stem. These were painted stars, stamped and painted, not the brass inlays. That puts this pipe somewhere toward the end of Pipe by Lee's run. Mid 60s to 70, 72 from what I gather, or early 60s, somewhere in that last decade of their life. And these ones have been worn out. The paint has been anyway. Fortunately, the stars themselves, the stamped, recessed stamping is still there. Now, moving around the front, you can see this doesn't have a lot of defined, pretty grain. Taking a look at the backside, same exact thing. The nice straight grain down along the bottom of the shank just disappears into blotches around the bowl. I'm going to guess, based on that this is one of their later pipes. Now, I picked this one up for $42.47 shipped. Not bad for a pipe that, while the grain isn't spectacular, it is a very good smoker. I can't complain about that aspect of the pipe at all. Now, speaking of that grain, I suspect that this really is one of their last year's pipes, somewhere in the late 1960s, until the company's demise. Like I said, somewhere between 70 and 72. Is the last time that there's any real mention of them anywhere as new pipes. And the reason I say that is because this is a 3-star pipe, but the grain is really not very interesting or spectacular at all. If you look at the grain on the pipes from the mid-1940s to mid-1950s, a 3-star pipe had some nice grain. And if you had a grain that was this nondescript, that would go into a 2-star or lower pipe. It'd probably be rusticated, carved, something along those lines. Would not have been sold as a 3-star. So I suspect maybe they were running out of their really good briar or something. But this is not one of their best pipes in terms of the grade, the prettiness of the briar. Like I said, some pretty frequent relights. But it fills a shape void for me, and it's a good smoker. I can't complain about it. Let's look at shoutouts. This week I have a bunch. I've gone a couple of weeks without doing shoutouts. So let us begin as usual, with non-presenters. Parker Moore, thank you for your support. Devin Smith, thank you for the sub. Father Justin Matthews, thank you for your sub. Now, I noticed you have some videos, just 3, they're not pipe related. Forest Avenue. Would that be Forest Avenue, St. Louis? Drop me a note somewhere. WBDB USMC. Well, if that USMC is United States Marine Corps, thank you for your service. If it's not, well, let me know what it does mean. At any rate, thank you for your sub. Rip, thank you for your sub. Don White, also interested in C.S. Lewis. Can't be a terrible guy, right? Thanks for your support. T. Michael Boyle, you made a couple of videos years ago. Maybe if some people stop by, they can convince you to get back in front of the camera. Those look like fun, actually. Thank you for your support. Our last 3 this week are presenters. Pipes and Strings and Things. Thank you for your sub. Guys, go check this gentleman out. He's fun. I give you a fair warning, though. If, like me, you watch most of your videos on 1.5 speed, you're going to have to knock it back down to normal speed, or unless, of course, you're Jay Mouton and you speak fluent Cajun. There's an accent going on here that it's almost like trying to listen to some of our Scott and Irish friends. For me, I have to slow it down to actually make out everything he says. Very nice, entertaining guy. Give him a look. Speaking of people from across the pond, Sam's Smoking Shed. Thank you for your sub. Drop by and give him a look. He does, in fact, have a smoking shed in London. And my pipe lighter does not want to cooperate. We'll be back in a moment. We're back and at least lit for now. Oh, as I was saying, Sam's Smoking Shed. He does, in fact, have a smoking shed somewhere in London. And he gave us a little tour of it a week ago or so. Give him a look. I think you'll like him. Finally, for today, a gentleman that, boy, I was sure I was already subbed to, but it turns out I wasn't. I don't know if that's YouTube playing shenanigans or what. But it is Portsmouth Piper. He's back. Made a couple of videos. Give him a look. All 3 of these guys will be down below in the comment section, so you can find them easily and not have an excuse for not checking them out. Do so. With that, light something you like. Maybe light it a bunch of times if it's pretty wet. Enjoy your afternoon.